Okay, so three major things, well, not major, but three things happened this week. Three things in a week. It always comes in threes that affected all my allergies and intolerances. So the first one was went for a Thai meal, great Thai meal, great Thai food. And as I was eating, I could smell the fragrance. There were candles that were lit around the place, but because I was by the door, I didn't see, or I didn't hear hear the fragrance. I didn't smell the fragrance as I came in because it wasn't really strong because the door was open. But as I was sort of eating this delicious Thai food, amazing place. I love the place. I could smell these fragrances, so I asked the staff if they wouldn't mind just turning the candles off, as in blowing them out, and they were fine with that. And I left the door open. I just kept it wide open right next to me, and that was all fine. But then when I needed the loo, I went into the loos, and I could smell like a really strong fragrance burning, and it was tiger balm. They were burning tiger balm in the toilet. And I couldn't actually breathe. I actually felt physically sick. I couldn't see. I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't focus. It was choking me. So I couldn't go to the loo, which I was kind of desperate to go, but hey ho. And I had to go back and go outside and just stand outside and pretty much wait until the bill was. I sort of had to sort of ask the partner to get the bill and if it could go, because I couldn't then handle the fragrance. So that was the first thing, tiger balm thing, tiger balm thing. But then the second thing was, and this is so random, but partner takes his car in for a service every year, same service station, fine. I gave him a lift in my car to drop his car off, and then when we picked up the car, got back, I drove my car back, he drove his car back. And when I went to the gym later that evening, we were driving to the gym, he was going as well, and I suddenly smelt this smell coming out of the car. And I was like, well, I didn't know it was the car, to be honest. I thought, there's a smell. There's a really strong perfume smell. And my window was open, so I thought, oh, someone's wearing a really strong perfume outside. And I sort of put my head out the window and I was like trying to smell where it was coming from. And it wasn't outside. It was in the car. So I was like, oh my God, where is this perfume coming from? And it was the filter. The filter of the car was pumping out fragrance. And I was like, what the hell? And so we had to turn the AC off, and I was like, oh my God, open all the windows down. And I was like, oh my God, this is so strong. It started to get panicky. Panic kicked in, and I had to, luckily we were near the gym anyway, went into the gym. I was thinking, oh my God. Started panicking, thinking, oh my God, why has this happened? It's gone into the ventilating system. What is that? Called the garage the next morning, because again I had to drive back in that car on the way home with all the windows open, and it's only when you turn the AC on, the heat, the thing, what my brain, oh dear, perimenopause, the smell comes out. So I called the garage and said, I'm really, really sorry, but what's going... Well, actually, no. First of all, my partner called the garage and asked them what was going on. And they said it's this new thing that they've brought in and that we should have asked them not to have it put in. So I was a little bit like, but why? Why would we know? We wouldn't even know, because it's never happened before. Apparently it's a new filter that they put in, something to do with it, cleans out the filter of all the pollen. So anyway, then he was too busy with working and everything. So I said I would go back, and if they could kindly order a new one without the fragrance in, and I'll go back and change that. So I again drove back to the garage with the windows open. I didn't have to wear a mask because the windows were open and I didn't have the thing on. But my God, what a nightmare that was. Like, and this was in the same week. So that was fine. But the problem is it's still coming out. That I think it takes a while to get rid of this fragrance that's gone into the freaking filter system or whatever. Car fragrance. I'm not a technical car. I know I've got a frying hat, but I'm not like technically up on my car filters. But that was just really annoying. And just annoying because it's like, again, to do with a fragrance allergy, like who knows this stuff? So warning to anyone that has a fragrance allergy and you take your car in for a service and it's an Audi, they're putting out filters in Audis that are fragranced. The third thing was I went to a restaurant in near Battlesbridge, a really nice restaurant. Well, it's a pub. It's like a gastro pub. And was really looking forward to the food because it was I'd sort of gone for a nice walk, gone around Battlesbridge, that sort of thing, and I had this lovely meal. Well, I thought it was going to be lovely, and I couldn't actually check the menu because, well, I didn't check the menu. I couldn't check the menu because I didn't check the menu, is the honest answer. I didn't think to check the menu before I went there. I just thought there's got to be something I can have, like chips or fish or something. And I went there and I had the steak. We shared a Chateaubriand steak between us and waited sort of 25 minutes for this. And it came out, I said like gluten-free, dairy-free, milk-free, went through the iPad with all of the allergens on. And it came with butter all over it, melted chunks of butter all over it on the top. And I was so hungry at this point. I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. And it's such an expensive dish. I was thinking, oh my God, what a waste. So I had to explain to them that I couldn't have the butter and that there's no way I could eat this. And they took it back. They was like, oh my God, we'd even told the chef, and the chef like automatically on autopilot just put it on at the end of it because it's such a regular dish they do all the time. And we were just so apologetic. I said, like, totally understand. Don't worry. I'll just have some chips. But they made a brand new one. But it took another 30 minutes. So at this point, I was so hungry. So they kindly bought me chips. Oh, and they'd also put butter all over the mushrooms, which were next to it as well. But anyway, so I just stuffed myself with chips, like massive chunky chips are amazing, and ate those. And then I was kind of full up, but it came out in the end, and it was really, really delicious. So yeah, those are the three things. So Thai fragrance and tiger balm, the car filter, and yeah, that. So the steak. So yeah, 2 food, 1 fragrance, all to do with fragrance and allergy. This is the kind of day in the life of stuff that happens. Yeah, it's nothing kind of, you cannot plan for this stuff. There are some times when you just cannot plan for these kind of events to happen, and you have to kind of be resilient, be understanding. People are not just, other people don't know, so it's quite hard, but you just have to be patient, resilient, and just see the funny side and get on with it. There's sometimes no funny side, but yeah, you just kind of have to go there. It's just a minor thing in the grand scheme of the world and everything, but it still kind of affects the day, and it can really make you feel bad and sick and awful. If I'd have eaten that steak, for example, with the butter, that would have been like game over for me all day. It would have just been awful, but luckily I spotted it and didn't eat it. And yeah, the car thing, that's I think out of all 3 of those things that week, the tiger balm gate was really awful, and the pollen filter gate was awful. Like, that was a shock. And luckily it was only a short journey. Had I been going on a big journey for like 4 hours to Cheshire or something, to see my brother, I mean, awful. That would have been awful. Yeah, just yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to stay in the car all that time without turning the fan on or anything. So yeah, it just shows you. I'm grateful actually that it was just a short journey, and I spotted that earlier. So there's always upsides and downsides. Anyway, that's me. Bye.